Hi folks, it's Switchback. If there is a camper, a backcountry camper, a hiker, a backpacker in your life that you love and you want to get them a gift, let's get some ideas here. All of these are items that I personally own or are on my wish list, so mountain goat, pay attention. So we're going to start with some that are under $50. First one is a Sawyer Squeeze water filter, and it comes with a whole kit. I don't carry the bags that come with it. I carry a CNOC bag with it, but I've had mine for 7 years. I'm going to have to throw it out after this trip because it has frozen, but they're amazing. These run $38.95. Next is a Toaks 750 milliliter pot, which runs $34.95. Now, to be fair, this is the generic version of that. This is not the Toaks brand, so it's a little bit less, and I'll put a link to that as well down in the description. But these are wonderful. They're super light, comes with a lid and handles, so you can use it as a mug. There's actually a little thing that you can put on the rim of this so you don't burn your lips. But these are great, especially if someone just boils water and rehydrates or makes coffee or soup or what have you on the trail. Then we have the Nightcore NU25 headlamp, and there is a newer upgraded version of this with a slightly lighter weight band. But I've been incredibly happy with this. It's super light, it's rechargeable, which I love, especially when I'm out on the trail. I don't have to carry any extra batteries with me. It's very comfortable to wear against your head directly. I have one that kind of digs in, and this one doesn't do that. And it's also not heavy. Like sometimes they'll be really heavy and be uncomfortable that way. But it has red light options. It's got multiple different brightnesses, and this runs $36.95. This one might seem goofy to you if you're not a hiker, but if you've spent a significant amount of time outside, you might understand the significance of a sun umbrella. This one is by Six Moon Designs, and I have not used it in the rain yet, but I've definitely used it in the sun, and it's incredibly comfortable. It's very light. This is the carbon version. It's $44.99, and I like that you don't pinch your fingers getting it up or down. So it just pops up and down like so. But this is really nice. And the only downside is, of course, if it's super windy. But I wear a sun hoodie a lot of the time on the trail nowadays. And sometimes the sun is just coming toward my face. So it's really nice to be able to block it out. Most of us these days carry electronics on the trail. And when that's the case, we need to keep them charged. So I have a couple of different power banks. Evatronic did send me this one, but I've been really happy with it. It's pretty heavy, but it has a little bit more power to it than my Anchor does. This is $27.99 and then $49.99. These are both 20,000 milliamp hour power banks. And you can charge up to 2 items on this one with regular USB, or this one has 2 USB and a USB-C cable output. But between phones, GPS items, headlamps, I mean, there's all kinds of stuff that we need to keep charged on the trail these days. Not everyone wants to carry a chair when they're out on the trail, but I like to have something to sit on other than a rock or a pad. And this actually connects to my sleeping pad. This is a 20-inch version of it. It is a chair, so I can basically fold up my sleeping pad and put it inside of this, and it works as a chair. So this is the Thermarest Trekker Chair Kit, and it runs $47.64. Now this one is really nice to have. This is an electronic hand warmer. It's $36.99, but I can actually also charge items with it if I need to. And it has 3 different temperatures on it, but it's nice to even just throw in my sleeping bag or my quilt before I get into it and just toast it up a little bit. If it's really cold, it's nice to have it in my pockets and just keep my hands warm that way. And this is also rechargeable. Another great item is the Flextail Gear Tiny Pump X, and this is $29.99. It comes with several different attachments. This is what I carry on the trail. This is what I leave at home. But I love that I can use it for any sleeping pad. I use it for my body pillow. You can even use it to blow leaves and stuff out of your tent, which I've heard from someone else, or even use it to stoke your fire. Our next category is some gift ideas that are under $100. These I bought, I haven't tried them yet, so let's be fair there. But these are the Sealskins gloves right here. They're waterproof, which is really nice, and they have fingers that you can still use for your electronics. They have grippies on the palms. They are warm. I've worn them a little bit outside, not much, but so far, again, limited experience, but I'm pretty happy with them. They do seem like they run a little bit small, so I would go up the next size if you're unsure. Next, I have the MSR Pocket Rocket Deluxe Backpacking Stove. And I have the original Pocket Rocket, and now there's the Pocket Rocket 2, and then the Pocket Rocket Deluxe. Part of why I chose the Deluxe is because it has this little thing which acts as a windscreen, and it's more effective than you might think. It also has what's called a piezo lighter, which means that it can light itself. You don't have to carry a lighter, but I would never count on a piezo to work by itself. You'll screw it onto a canister, and you're ready to roll. And then when it's all done, you want to make sure that it's not hot anymore. Go ahead and disconnect. And you can see it packs up really tiny. So what I do with it is I just wrap it up in an old towel, a little chamois towel that I have that I use for handling it and for handling my pot. Put it inside of my coffee cup. This is a little insulator sleeve that came with my pot, but I put all of that in here. And that's pretty handy right there. And that runs $79.95. Now, I love to support a small company, and Goose Feet Gear is one such company. They have these wonderful, very lightweight down booties, and these are $73.99, and they do wonders to keep your feet warm. They have an outer sleeve that you can buy separately so that you can wear them outside, but I love wearing these inside of my sleeping bag or my quilt to keep my feet warm. And I also got Mountain Goat a pair of these. She's been happy with them so far too. Another down item that's really nice, especially if you have a quilt that doesn't have a hood, is the Katabatic Crestone down hood, which is $64.99. It has these straps that go over your arms to keep it in place and from twisting around at night. This has kept me so warm, especially because I'm a stomach sleeper. Even when I had a sleeping bag, I really didn't use the hood very much. Now, depending on where your loved one likes to go, they may be in bear country. And it's important to know what bear canisters are required where they're going. So you cannot just assume that a bear canister is a bear canister. It's important to do the research. There are 2 different certifying bodies, and I have a whole video that goes into all that. But this is the Bear Vault 500. They have a variety of sizes of these from the 400 up to the 400 up to the 500, I believe. And they go from $73.50 to $92.50, which is what this one is. Obviously, it does not come with all the stickers on it. But if you want to give your loved one some fun stickers to put on there as well, they can personalize it to their liking. If they're just starting out and they don't yet have a tent, a good budget tent that I have used for about a year now is the River Country Trekker 2. And this runs $64.95 currently. It's a trekking pole tent, and it's under 3 pounds, which is impressive, especially for a budget tent. And I do have a video that reviews this, and it shows how to set it up and break it down, and I'll link that in the description. Get Out Gear sent me this wonderful blanket that actually snaps like a poncho, which I love. And that means I actually can have my hands free and it doesn't go anywhere. These guys are out of San Diego. They have a variety of different colors. These run $69.99. Now, on my personal list of items that I don't yet own but really would like to is the Hilltop Packs waterproof fanny pack, and they're $58. They're a roll top, but I can tell you from experience that not having a waterproof fanny pack on a rainy day sucks. And my food and everything got wet, like everything that I had in there, my phone, it was a nightmare. And so I would highly recommend this item for anyone who is not a fair weather hiker. If your budget's over $100, I've got some items for that as well. So first of all, a great safety device is some kind of a satellite communicator, and there are a few of them out on the market. I personally like the Garmin InReach series. This is the original Mini. They are currently on the Mini 2, and they also have a Messenger, and I'm going to be doing a video comparing those two. And you can find out which of the two I want out of the two if I were to have to replace this one. But the Mini 2 runs $3.99 and the new Messenger runs $2.99. Any satellite messenger is also going to require a subscription. So that's something else to consider if you're giving this as a gift. if you're going to pay that for them or if that person's going to be paying it. And you will have to look at the websites for the specific brands to figure out what is the right way to go on that. One thing that I've been using for about a year now is, a year and a half actually, is my Kasori dehydrator. And this is $159.99. It has 6 trays and a glass door, which I love. And I can actually see the different things in there. You can adjust the temperature, the time. It's been wonderful. It doesn't take up a ton of space on my counter. And it's just been wonderful to be able to dehydrate all kinds of things. It saves me a ton of money to make my own meals. And certainly I like being able to decide what's in my food. This one is on my wish list. And this is the Kestrel 3000 wind meter. This runs $159. There are a variety of different levels of these Kestrel wind and weather meters. It'll tell you the wind chill, the air, snow, water temperature, dew point. I mean, there's so much great information on there that's really helpful when you're out in the backcountry. And I would certainly like to know what the wind gusts are sometimes, what the steady wind is. It's definitely nice to know. And certainly when I'm testing out my tents and such, it's nice to know exactly what the wind speed really is. Now, if your budget is under $25 or close to it, I have that video I'm going to link right up here. And I hope that this has helped you with your gift shopping this year. And I would love to hear any comments or suggestions down in the comments below. I will look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. I forgot to do my mic. Now, if you're